Okay, now I'm gonna demonstrate how to remove the covers. This is to not to save the covers, so we're gonna cut them in this case. But if you want to save, then it's more or less the same process. It's just you have to work a little bit more in the moldings, especially right here. So we use the floor guys because we have better leverage when it comes to prying and moving things around. So because this is the version with the hard cover, we're gonna save it. And I'm gonna show you an easy way to remove that cover. Normally it's more complex for the other side. This is the way that I do it. So there is two tabs right here that is supposed to be the last part of the trimming, but that's the first thing that I remove. So I just gonna use my clip remover. And it has two more, one here, and two in the top. These ones are important, that's why we use this long one, so we don't break them. That's one. For the other one, we just pull it this way and it's released. Just so you know, this is what happened. So I have these two, and these are the longer ones. They're supposed to be the last part, but this is the first part that I remove, so I don't have to go on top. You can go on top and release this one, but normally you want to break this one. So this is the way that I find out that is the best. So there you have it. Now if you want to save these covers, you have to untrim like this. If not, we just cut it. But let's untrim as much as possible. If something get in my way, then I'm gonna cut. Like in this process, one other benefit of cutting, you always leave clues behind, especially if you're doing this for the first time, or it's the only cut that you're gonna be doing, because you know how to put this back together. The other reason is like right here, to cross the other side with the plastic is more difficult. But if you have to save them, then you do that process. Same here, you can just untrim all this, but because it takes longer time, for me it's just cut it. And because it releases the pressure, guys, these things just give up more easily. Now this particular cushion, it has this thread, which is everything that it holds the cover down. So once we cut the thread, the cover comes off. Let me show you how we're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna check for electrical connections. Some vehicles are equipped with heaters. This is the passenger, and before we can put the foam, we have to disconnect the sensor for the airbag, so we can safely pull the cover, and I'm gonna show you why we do that. And from here, if you are to save the cover, you have to remove all these first, which we're gonna do at last. And we just cut. This is our cushion out. This one we're gonna use it as template to present it in the new cover, so we can see if there is any difference. So the cushion is out. Now right here, guys, we can go and save this one, pull it to the other side. But for me, because I'm not saving them, I just cut them. This particular vehicle, guys, is easy to work with. I have a tensioner in here. Let's take a look. And there is the tensioner. And you don't have to worry about removing airbags. They're not really attached to the cover. Actually, in the case that this cover is not even a reinforcement on the cover for the deployment of the airbag. Let me show you something very interesting. The new cover from our kits, they have this lay down material which reinforce the side. At the time of the deployment, we are assuring that the deployment will go through the right direction. It's like a guiding system, which in this year, for some reason, Dodge didn't include it. Weird, but this is the way that the manufacturer did it. I think in our kit it's even better. Okay, let's continue. Now we have clips. There is no hack rings in this particular cover. It's held by clips. So to save the clips, guys, because by this year they're already brittle, it's easy to break them. So I just cut the pull slightly. And basically what you can do is slide the cover out. Once you have this section and this other section cut, it just comes out. But let's say, okay, I want to save my covers. How do I do it? Then you go here. Let me pull this out so I can demonstrate. You go here, guys, you twist it, and then you press the clip so it can be released like this. Let me do it again. Like that. So that's the process, and you have to do it for all of them. And the risk of breaking the clips is moderate. And the reason why we do it this way, because we send them all so the new cover can be attached back into the clips. And there you have it, guys. That was your removal of the covers. It's slightly, very slightly different when it comes to this side of the molding, because this is the manual version and the driver has power. There is cars that have power in both, so it's identical. In this case it's slightly different, but you got the idea. So this is the basically removal of the cloth, and this one's right here, guys, is the same process as we did here. So we just want to cut the pulls and pull the ribs out of the clips, and there you have it. I'll continue with the rear, which is going to be very simple. I think I'm going to be including it in this set. I think I'm going to pause it so I can make another section. It's just for the size of the data. Okay, I'll continue, guys, in next. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you how to load the covers into the lean back, but I want you to show in this particular case the passenger, because this is the manual version, and I just want you to realize there is a clips here. I want you to see how the process goes so you know what to do if you encounter this, because it's different from the power seats. So it has this clip which is a U, goes here, and all we do is we compress this section in between the two pieces. We get it and we hook it, get it out, and that's how you remove this cover. After that, guys, there is one screw here, one in the back, and this is the part that I want you to see, because we're gonna be working on this for quite some time. Let me see if the camera can get this shot more or less. So let's put it a little bit more up. Just there. Okay, guys, right here there is two clips, one right there and one in the other side, and we have to compress them with the pliers, just so you can release them. And then you just pop it up slightly, and that's how this molding comes up. So it locks into these two hooks into the bracket right here, and then it has these two clips, the screw over here, another one over here, and obviously you have to get this lever from this side. And that's what it is when it comes to the passenger, guys. Now we still need to remove this bracket right here. It is 2/10, and you just remember the slits goes to the bottom, and that's all it is. It's no pattern for this thing, but this clip right here, and that's how we're gonna be doing for the passenger. I wanna demonstrate the driver when it comes to that time. So I'm gonna get to load the covers for the lean back and the cushion. So wait for me so you can see how it's done. So this is the driver's side, guys, and for the driver's side we have the screw right here in the back, and that's all it is, guys. So for this removal, once we have that screw out, we're gonna pry this one up slightly so we can release the clips that are right here. Let me turn this like this just so you can see. These are the two clips right here. We have to reposition this in a minute, and then we slide it up, and then we slide it forward, and that's how this one comes out. These clips, guys, we have to remove. They're really solid. Are these clips right here, guys. Now in the same position that you take them out, you put them back into the plastic so you don't lose the position or the sequence. Those are our clips, and our molding is off. You can disconnect it if you like. In this particular case, let me see, sometimes I don't want to take them out. I might do it just for demonstration. So it has this clip right here and for this one you have two tabs. And that's how it came out. So now we can load our covers. Let's do that now. I'm gonna load our covers. Just let me make sure that you guys can see all this while I'm working on. And it's a very simple process, guys. It's just the clips we have to put in there. Now we're gonna start to clip them on. Very easy, very simple process. And it's already loaded, guys. The next thing to do is we want to put the nylon so we can load the boosters right here. And the way I'm gonna do it, I start over here and I go around, and we stop here at the airbag because we don't want to compromise the airbag. Actually, we can go around this one. Let's use here. In this particular case, because the airbag deploys by itself in his own shell, we don't have an issue with the plastic. And now we're gonna fold it over. Now we're gonna do the trimming in the back. Let me reposition the camera so you can see. And I want you guys to see this section in the back is just trimming. We are gonna pull so we can trim all the plastics. So this one right here, guys, I make a cut and later on let's put a hacker in there. And we continue this trimming with the plastics. Same for this other side, guys. And one thing that I want you to see is this tensioner. It locks into this hole right here. And when the plastics are too big, one way to resolve that issue is by reducing the size, because these are slightly too big. So it can enter into the hole. I think it goes here. I don't remember. I'm gonna double check because I don't see enough tension in it. But yeah, it goes into this hole right here. For some reason, this one doesn't have enough tension. We're gonna check into that. And right here, guys, we're just gonna overlap our material. Wanna get this clip off. So we can get our piece back in. Just like that, guys. That's one. We're gonna do the other one. Yeah. We got this one too right here. And that's our lean back, guys. So now let's prepare for the cushion. Let me see what else can we do here. Let me see if you can see in the camera also. So we're gonna open the guys for the headrest. And guys, if you don't have a pretty good idea on the dimensions for the hole, what we do is we mark them with a chalk. Which I don't know what it is. I don't see it handy. Yeah, we don't have it at the moment, but it's just a circle, guys. The circle has to be about 3/4 inside. Do not exceed the size of the molding or the little guide right there, because then you're gonna be exposing the hole. And if it's so difficult to access, it's better to make it small and then make it slightly bigger. That is one. Let's do the other one. And now I'm gonna prepare the cushion, guys. And this is our cushion. I'm gonna do the same kind of trimming. We start from the center, we're gonna clip it in. This is the loading process, guys. We're gonna center it. Then we fold, guys. And that's it. Now I'm gonna prepare the camera and the set right here because we're gonna be doing this in the floor so you can see how it's done. Okay guys, we have the seat in the floor because it's easier. Working in the bench is more difficult because it's high. And now that I have my cover ready, I'm gonna go across the section right here with the cover, then the foam. First the cover, and then the foam. We have to squish it so it can go through, guys. That's why we use the floor, because in this position it's more easy to squish it. Now we're gonna have our upholstery going here underneath the wire. And remember that this was having a cord. When you get a new cover, it's gonna have this plastic trim, which should make it slightly more difficult. But I already do the front, guys. I don't gonna do the sides until I do the rear. I'm gonna pull right here. I remind you guys that the passenger is gonna have the cable, right, for the sensor. This one do not. And this was the previous cord. So we wanna take it out, we don't need it. And what we're gonna do is put some staples here, some hack rings. Now guys, I'm gonna put it on the side so I can trim this section right here. And it's only this little plastic for this section. Just like that, we get our seat belt there in position. And this one, guys, this flap, all we have to do is stretch it, and we're gonna make a slit. It's a double side vinyl, so we're gonna cut only this side so it can enter into this little metal piece right here. It's like a hook. Let me demonstrate. So this is more or less my slit. Now I wanna get it across. That was it, guys. Now this other side, the First thing I wanna do is hold that plastic in piece right there. I mean, in place, in piece. I don't know, it's too early, guys, and I haven't had my coffee. All right, so I remove the clip, and let's get this to the other side. Just like that. Have a clip. Now we wanna put this other one here. So we have our tensioner for the lean back. Now we wanna put this one. And that's what it holds that in place, so it doesn't go anywhere. Just like that. And there you have it, guys. From here, all that is left, guys, is to do the assembly of the moldings, which is just the inverse ways in on how we do it. So let me see if I can do that right here now that I have you here, guys, so you can see the process. So this is my molding, and this plastic is gonna lock here, and these two are gonna lock on top, and this other one's gonna lock here, and then we have the screw for the other side for the rear. So let me plug this back in. And they're perfectly in alignment. And that was it, guys. We just gonna put my screw in the back. And you will know if you are in the right place, if it locks precisely in the wire, and if your hole for the molding aligns with the metal piece. And now that we're here, let's finish it. I am concerned about this bolster. It looks weird. I don't know if it's mechanical, but I see this being pushed a little bit this way. Okay, the last section, guys. Your cover here in the back. And let me see what is that we have. This one right here. For this one, guys, remember you have these two hooks, these two, and these top ones. 6 in total. And we have to be sure that we have access to those holes, which are here. Let me check. Here. This one. This is the other one. So all we gotta do is lock it in position there with the main hooks. And after that, just press here, and that was it, guys. This one up there. all we have to do is work in the finish, a little bit of steaming. It can go like that, guys. It's gonna be shrinking over time and it's gonna go perfectly. But you're gonna see I'm gonna be steaming this later on. Once I finish, you're gonna see the difference between this and the steam version. But when it comes to the installation and the trimming, that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, please put it in the comments. I want to help you, and we are demystifying the installation process. It's not that difficult.